Your live interactive coverage with Good Day Maine will begin soon. Good Day Maine's Friday Favorites starts right now.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Katie Sampson.
I feel I should be doing a dance move or
I
something.
know, I love that music.
I love music, I'm telling you.
And I'm Jeff Peterson. Hey, Kristen, how you doing?
Yeah, hey guys, good morning. Enjoying that music too. I love the way that it makes me feel like I'm like walking into a bar or something.
It gets you going on a Friday. So this is our
really
Friday
does.
Favorites segment. You guys did this last week. I was off, so I didn't get to partake. But it's this new segment that we're getting going to talk about what everyone's talking about during the week, what's getting the buzz on social media, whether it's a storm Christian's tracking or, a web story that's, going viral or video or things like that.
Yeah, and some of the things we're going to talk about today. First of all, besides the weather, we got Mega Millions. We have the NFL playoffs coming up. And also we have that couple in Bethel with the lithium, the 1.5 billion, what they're like sitting on a lottery ticket. So all kinds of things to talk about today. Also, we're going to be answering some of your questions. We're asking you to chime in as well.
Yes.
We want to know what you're doing this weekend too.
Yeah. So we want to know where you're watching from. Let us know in the comments. Let us know what you're up to this weekend, all of that. So we want to start. We're going to check back in with you, Christian, in a couple minutes. Okay. Right.
See ya.
Bye. So we want to talk about this massive jackpot. You've been talking about this for, I don't know, it feels like weeks because we've had drawing after drawing with no winner.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, you get up, it's right now $1.3 billion. And right now, after taxes, the cash payout is going to be $500. This, if you take the cash, if you take all the money, right? You have a choice. The $1.35 billion, you can take that 30 payments in 29 years, or you can take the $707.9 million cash payment. Now, let's talk about after taxes. You're going to come home with $538 million if you take the cash payout right there. So if you win it by yourself, 538, or if you do like all the folks here at CBS 13 and Fox 23, we got an office pool going. There's like 40 of us doing it. Yeah.
Going. So Jeff has been all over this all week. You've got how many people?
44 people.
I'm not one of them. This is kind of controversial. I don't think I'm going to play. I'm curious if anyone else out there is thinking my chances are so slim. Like, why even bother?
Yeah.
But I get it from your perspective and from the 44 other people's perspective. You can't win if you don't play.
And you know what? We're just doing it for fun anyway. It makes it. Here's the deal. Do I think I'm going to win? No. I'm pretty confident, God, but it gives you 48 hours to dream, right? And just think, so I was talking to some of the employees here at Channel 13 and Fox 23. We're all sitting there going, oh yeah, when we do the news conference, we'll all be spread out over the whole stage. Who's going to be holding the check? We're just having fun with it.
No,
and I think that's what it's all about. We want to know too, where you work or maybe your family, if you guys are doing a quote unquote family pool or office pool too.
And we want to know here, you can see this banner. What's the first thing you would buy if you won the lottery? And we're going to go through some Facebook comments in a minute, but I also want to show a string of interviews. We talked to some folks about the big jackpot. So let's hear what they had.
For sure. Oh, I would take my friends on a trip. Totally.
Run away. I'm going to run away. Nobody's going to find me. Going to see a lawyer, going to see an accountant, and then I'm just going to run away.
Sounds like she's running away. We're not going to see her if she wins.
That could be the best answer right there. And I mean, that's a lot of people, what they think they want to do when they win the money. I mean, for me, same thing. You want to share it with your friends and family. Just do some fun things, experiences. I mean, again, this is all pipe dream. We're just dreaming about it because, again, the chances to win are like 1 in 97 trillion gazillion.
But it's so fun. All right. We already got some comments this morning. And one from Cameron, 2 to 3 inches of snow, school canceled today. So weather related, we're going to have more on that forecast coming up. Travis, hey gang, happy fantastic Friday. Loving it from Leamington. Thanks for tuning in, Travis. And Luis, another little weather update, mostly rain in Biddeford. I saw a lot of rain too.
And speaking of the rain and the snow, it's so pretty to have the snow.
I know.
And then also this rain comes in. It's like you're having a great party. And then all of a sudden, somebody you don't want to come to the party shows up and ruins the party. And that's what the rain did. It was so pretty, so nice and everything, even driving around and seeing the snow in the trees. And then all of a sudden the rain comes and it's like, get out of here.
I know. Okay, so let's get back really quick. I wanted to just run through this. I thought this was great about the Mega Millions.
Yeah.
So we put this question up 2 days ago about the Mega Millions jackpot. It has about, just the jackpot, and there was the winner Tuesday, and what's the first thing you'd buy if you won the lottery? 644 comments. So people are talking about this, and they're thinking, they're daydreaming like you.
Yeah,
you know,
that's the fun about it. I mean, again, you're not going to win, but it's still fun. But right, it's still fun to think about it. It's a great talker, and I love this first one right here. Susan's got a new car and a dog.
Yep.
See, right?
Perfect.
I mean, it's great. Right?
Yeah, a lot of the house related. Kathy would buy herself a house, put an electric fence around it. If I don't want my kids visiting other things, I would turn it on.
Wait, who was that?
That was Kathy.
Kathy, I got 5 kids. Hey, we can be honest as parents. We feel like doing that every now and
That
then,
is
right?
awesome. And Tammy says, most thing I would donate or I would save the planet, animals, homeless, etc. Aren't you a ray of sunshine? I would take care of my own and only my own. I'm greedy. You're honest, Tammy. So we appreciate your honesty. That's for sure. And take enough so my family and close friends can live comfortably. Donate the rest to organizations like the Children's Hospital and St. Jude's summer camps for kids and folks with disabilities. That's really nice.
If you want some money like that, Katie, what would you want to do?
I would honestly travel the world for a year. I think I would try to go to as many countries as I could, and then I would buy a few houses in maybe my favorite places that I visited. Yeah. That would be the biggest thing. Traveling to Europe is like a dream of mine. So what about you?
Well, specifics. I mean, I've always wanted to go to Iceland. So I want to go to Iceland for
you have talked about that.
Like 3 weeks.
Okay.
And then the place in Italy where they have the, I can't pronounce it, because of course I'm a dumb American. But it's in Italy and you hike between these 5 communities right on the ocean.
Cinque Terre.
Yes. There you go. See, there you go.
I think that's how you say it.
Something like that. So I would love to go there. And for the rest of it, just give it to my friends and family. I'd love to have anonymous checks show up to friends. So
that would be cool.
A lawyer knock at their door and here's like $50,000 or pay off somebody's house. I mean, I think that would be fun. If you've ever seen that movie, It Could Happen to You with Nicolas Cage, it's the cop that wins the lottery, shares it with the waitress. I remember them paying like everybody's subway fare one day. Another day they rented out Yankee Stadium for the day and had all these underprivileged kids show up and they played baseball at Yankee Stadium. Just the fun things like that.
Yeah, very cool. Let's see. Oh, Travis says I would take a permanent vacation. And Elise says I wish Good Day Maine would be on Facebook all the time. Thank you, Elise. That's great. And hi, Carrie. Hello from Ohio. Yeah, guys, weigh in. We want to talk more about the Mega Millions. Maybe you've convinced me. Maybe I will go out and get some tickets.
$2,
today.
right? Just $2, right? I mean, people pay like $6 or $7 for a Starbucks.
I know.
What's
it's so
what's
true.
$2. I mean, come on, just have some fun with $2. Just imagine, unless it's totally against your morals or whatever. Have some fun with it. Spend the $2. At least you got something to think about for 24 hours.
I know. And Elise also says I would start a car collection. That's pretty cool. And have an indoor swimming pool and set my family up for life.
Let's go back to the car collection. That means you would have to have a bigger house with like a garage that fits like 50 cars. Okay.
Totally.
Maybe you should do that first before the car collection.
Yeah, maybe. Okay. So the other big thing that everyone's talking about this week and this weekend, the NFL playoffs.
Yes, that starts this weekend. We have 2 games coming up tomorrow, and it's going to be Seattle at San Francisco, and also the Chargers at Jacksonville. And why don't we just for fun? Why don't we you want to do some picks?
Yep. Okay, you got the whole. Right. You're the expert here, but I can weigh in a little bit.
You can do that. You've helped me out. I do the NFL picks every Friday on the Big Jab, all sports in the Portland area. So in the NFC, Saturday, Seattle at San Francisco.
Okay, I'm going with Seattle.
I'm going San Francisco.
Okay.
49ers, great defense, and they've won like 10 in a row or something.
Yeah, they're probably set up to win, but I just am more of a Seahawks gal.
Exactly. And you're one of the 12th man, they call them. That's the fans.
Nice.
12th man.
There you go.
AFC, the Chargers are playing Jacksonville. Jacksonville, like the Cinderella story this year, came out of nowhere. They're hosting a playoff game. They haven't been in the playoffs since Moses parted the Red Sea. But they're playing the Chargers. They're always one of the favorites every year. So who do you like in the Saturday night game?
Yeah, I'm still gonna go with the Chargers.
All right.
What about you?
I got to go Chargers. I'm rooting for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Right. But you think the Chargers are gonna win? They've been pretty good.
Yeah, they've had a great season. Okay. Also, 4 games coming up on Sunday. 3 on Sunday, 1 on Monday. First of all, the Giants at Minnesota.
I'm gonna go with Vikings.
Vikings, the home team. This might be my upset of the week. I'm taking the Giants because the Vikings have been very underwhelming with a team that has a record of 13-4, underwhelming, but I've been a little underwhelming this year with their wins. And I think the Giants are going to win this with a field goal in the final seconds.
Wow. Okay.
There you go.
We'll see.
Miami at Buffalo. This is the story everyone's been talking about. With DeMar Hamlin going down with the cardiac arrest. And then he's already like out of Cincinnati, back
Back
to
in
Buffalo, and
out of the
recovering.
hospital.
Yes.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So that's like, unless you're a Miami fan, everybody's rooting for
We're
Buffalo.
all rooting for Buffalo,
right?
right?
And even besides that, I really like Buffalo. If Buffalo won the Super Bowl this year, I'd be all right with that. They've never won. And after
They're
watching
doing
them,
great
oh,
too, right?
yeah.
They're doing great.
Josh Allen's quarterback. And after they lost so many, I think they lost, was it 4 straight Super Bowls back in the 90s or whatever? It'd be great to have those fans who are so dedicated win a Super Bowl for Buffalo. And you
I
like
agree.
the Bills. So the last 2 more to talk about: Baltimore
Yep.
and Cincinnati. The Ravens are playing without their quarterback Lamar Jackson. The Bengals are defending AFC champs.
I'm gonna go with Bengals.
Yeah, I don't no ifs, ands, or buts
Yeah.
about it. I like Cincinnati. And last one, Monday night. I mean, I can't remember the last time we had a playoff game on a Monday night, but we
know.
do. We got the Cowboys at 12-5 playing at Tampa Bay, a team that's under 500, 8-9. Tom Brady playing quarterback for 10. So I mean, you're a Patriots fan. I mean, do you root for Tom Brady or do you root against him? No, you're totally against him.
I know. I'm going with the Cowboys. Is that
Cowboys.
crazy?
All right,
I don't
now-
know. I'm curious what you guys think who are tuning in.
Well, here's the thing. So, are you rooting for Dallas, or you just think Dallas is going to win?
I'm not really rooting for anyone. I think Dallas is going to win.
Yeah,
What do you
I'm
think?
actually going to take Tom Brady in the final seconds.
Well,
of
under
this one.
pressure, right?
Yes.
He's going to deliver
So
probably.
speaking of underwhelming, the Cowboys have just disappointed their fans so many years, and I think this is going to happen again. Even though the Tampa Bay is under 500, I think the Buccaneers in another close one. Tom Brady touchdown pass in the final seconds, go for 2 points, and they win the game.
You know what? I mean, he's great to watch,
Yeah.
right? He always brings it. So
Yeah, and the other two teams,
Mhm.
the other two teams that are not playing, they got first round buys. Again, the top 7 in each conference make the playoffs. The top team gets a bye. Philadelphia Eagles in the NFC, Kansas City Chiefs in the AFC.
Well, Travis says, honestly, since the Pats are out, I don't think I'd watch, but we'll see. I mean, I just like watching football in general. So it's entertaining. These are good teams. They've made it this far. So
It's kind of like binge watching your favorite
Yes.
show. If you wake up like on Saturday, you could watch 3 straight games, and all of a sudden you're having lunch, and all of a sudden you look up and like, oh my God, it's 11 o'clock at
I
night.
know. Like,
Because
how
of
did
3
this
games
happen?
on, yeah. So, but there's all kinds of. It's so much fun to watch the games, have a get together with your friends and watch
Yeah.
some football,
Look
even if your favorite team's not playing.
No, I totally agree. All right, we've got to talk about this story. So let's bear with us. We're still kind of getting used to how to share the screen with you. I think I've got
There you
it
go.
right
Did
there.
you get it? Did you get it?
I got
Yes!
it. Okay.
Nice job.
Thank you.
There you go.
Not technologically savvy, but I'm working on it. So
Better than me.
we've been talking about this story all week in the newsroom, and folks on social media have as well. This couple in Maine, they are sitting on a lithium deposit on their land that is worth $1.5 billion. Basically, the jackpot that we're talking about with the Mega Millions.
Isn't that funny? It's like you sitting down right here on top of a Mega Millions ticket that you know this is the winner,
Right,
but you can't cash it
so
in.
they're in limbo right now.
Yes.
They're fighting to try to mine this so they can actually access and essentially get some of this money. And it's just the craziest thing I've ever heard of.
Yeah, they're Mary and Gary Freeman, and they'd like to excavate and get all that out there. I would just like to go out there and see. I mean, I don't even know. Is it underground?
Yeah,
Is
we've
it-
had
I
all
don't
these
even know.
questions about this, and then sort of the process of.
Of course,
so-
they use it to make batteries with the
yeah.
lithium. And
Oh
everything.
yeah, lithium. You need that right now.
So, but it's funny, right? When you first heard the story, like I thought it was 1.5 million. I was like, oh wow,
well,
that's great.
nice.
But then when I saw this, oh no, it's a billion. I'm like,
Billion.
what? The lithium? What?
I wouldn't be
shit.
able to sleep at night, I feel
No.
like. So basically, because of Maine's strict restrictions and regulations, they have not been able to excavate the rocks, and they're fighting for it in court. There's this 2017 mining law. So it's just fascinating. And we've all been talking about it, and it's been quite the buzz on social media. So we're just kind of watching it closely to see if there's any updates and what ultimately a judge or a court decides, if they decide in their favor.
Yeah.
But I can't even imagine if it's not approved.
How depressing is that
I
if they couldn't
know.
access that? But here's the other thing I want to know about. First of all, does anybody know where they live, and do they have security?
I know.
Do they have cameras up? I mean, sitting on all that,
I would not tell a soul.
right? I mean, that's some of the other things I wonder about this story too. But that is just crazy. We're
I
talking
know.
about $1.5 billion, right, in Newry, right?
Yeah,
Jeez.
it's unbelievable. Oh, Rick says go Buffalo. So
There you
Rick,
go.
I totally agree.
Yeah, I have no problem rooting for the Bills.
Do you think that
know?
DeMar Hamlin will be there, or do you think he'll be cheering from afar? Or I wonder. I don't know if anyone's talked about that.
I would think if I was a guessing or a betting man, I would say he's probably going to watch it from his house.
Yeah,
I think if we
people
talk
will
about,
post pictures of him.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think if it goes, the Bills go deep in the playoffs, I'll say this: if the Bills go to the Super Bowl, they're going to try their darndest to have him up there with the Bills ownership and the commissioner of the NFL in a suite in the Super Bowl. So that gives him another month or so. We'll see what happens, but I don't think he's going to show up for any of the next couple of weeks.
All right. So we want to get a check on it's a holiday weekend.
Yes.
So we want to get a check on our forecast. Let's bring Christian back in. Hello, Christian. How are you doing?
Yeah, hey guys.
You got your coffee there, right? I want to make sure.
I do. I've got my coffee, iced coffee, of course, and it's mild today, so I feel like it's more fitting for the actual weather outside. It's so warm out there, especially compared to the past couple days. Oh, Jeff's got his. Okay,
I know. I loved how earlier this week, though, Christian, we posted our photo of our iced coffees when it was, like 19 degrees. And people agreed with us that it's iced coffee no matter what.
Yeah, I'd say about 95% of the comments were people agreeing that it's always iced coffee weather. There were maybe like one or two that were like, oh, no, it's too cold for it. But I feel like when you live in Maine, I mean, iced coffee. It's always
so. This is a debate, huh? So
either it was a little bit of a debate.
Team hot coffee or team iced coffee,
or your team temperature. So it's like if it's too cold, like is it too cold for iced? You got to go with hot, or is it too hot?
Well, here's what I go by. Normally, I like the iced coffee, but my son who worked at Starbucks for a while, he gave me the key inside scoop on it. He goes, when you order a hot coffee, you get more coffee because there's no ice in it and everything. So he goes, if you want more, you do the hot coffee.
I know. I get light ice. If I order the coffee, I ask for light ice, and that way it's not,
you get the full deal, the full coffee.
Yeah.
But today it was hot coffee. So
and working this early, caffeine is just so essential. You gotta get
Yes, it really, really is. And it was quite a morning this morning, Christian. How was your drive to work? Because mine was a little scary.
Dicey?
Yeah, a little dicey.
It was very windy and the rain was coming down hard this morning. It was just such a wild change from the snow that we had yesterday to this very mild weather with the rain. It almost felt like spring. And I went to bed. There was plenty of snow on the ground. Woke up, not a flake left. So pretty impressive how much.
Did you hear how we compared it, Christian? I said it was like we were having a great party. And then all of a sudden this unwanted guest shows up, the rain, and ruined the whole party for us, melting all the snow.
Yeah, really. I mean, that's what it was. And it was such a pretty snow yesterday, too. And we had a good amount of it, too. And then, of course, the rain ruined it. But hey, more winter weather chances this weekend. We could start next week looking white again on the ground. So hopefully we get a little bit more snow out there this weekend.
Yeah, so if I was paying attention to the forecast, was a good shot of having some snow on Monday, huh?
Yeah, Sunday night and into Monday, I'd say that is our best chance. I'm going to pull up my weather graphics here. So I'll see you guys in just a couple minutes.
Okay, sounds good.
Here we go.
Or you guys can.
Oh, we can hang with you. Yeah. Perfect.
Okay, good. I'm glad it works that way. Good.
You're just winging it.
It's a work in progress, folks.
We are. We're always learning, right? But we've got a ton of fog out there right now, and that's because of all that mild air that moved over top of that cold snow. So 0 visibility right now in Augusta, 1/4 mile in Sanford, down to 1 mile in Portland. When I ran across the street to get my Dunkin', it was very, very foggy. You could barely see anywhere down Washington Avenue. So yeah, very foggy out there. And of course, we've got all of that rain out there as well. And look at our temperatures, 50s, 30s, 40s. We've got it all out there right now. 49 in Portland, 55 in Portsmouth. It's been close to 60 down in Boston right now. So just incredible warmth for January. And then look at the mountains, or even just Sanford, 35 degrees. So
Christian,
very sharply defined.
What happened in Rangeley? Like just a couple of days ago, it was like -3. And now we're up to 33 above 0. So what happened? How did that have that big change?
Yeah, -5 was the temperature in Rangeley on Wednesday morning. We were talking about, wow, it's finally feeling like January out there. We had a really powerful warm front that came through, and it just brought a ton of warm air with it. So we warmed up so quickly. I feel like that's been the theme this winter. We've had so many temperature swings. That Christmas Eve storm, or the pre-Christmas storm, we were in the 50s that day, and then we dropped down to 12 degrees that night. And this was very similar, very cold on Wednesday, and now very warm. And then it'll be chilly again tomorrow. And as we take a look at our satellite and radar, still plenty of rain out there. Sadly, all the snow has been pushed into northern Maine, but the great news is that they got plenty of snow in the mountains, and overall, the amount of rain in the mountains has been pretty limited, it looks like. So that's good news for the ski resorts. I'm sure they're appreciating the fresh snow up there. Hopefully we can keep the rain even less, or we can keep it to a minimum out there today, so we don't see a whole lot of melting. Quick look at Storm Tracker here. We should start seeing the rain wrapping up around lunchtime. Quieter this afternoon, but tomorrow morning it'll be colder again, back below freezing, and there is the potential for some icy conditions tomorrow morning, maybe a quick dusting of snow or some sleet or even a little freezing rain out there. So we're really just flipping and flopping this week. It feels like winter, back to spring, and then winter again tomorrow. And that continues into Sunday. We'll see another chance of some snow. Sunday night and into Monday, you can see that developing there and moving on in late Sunday night. Here we are, 1 a.m. on Monday. Snow, freezing rain, and sleet will be out there. And there's the potential. I've been looking at some of the models this morning, maybe 4 or 5 inches of snow in parts of the area. So yeah, we could get a nice little dose of snow early on next week. So a quick look at our weekend forecast here. Of course, it is the long weekend. I'm sure many of you are getting ready to enjoy some time off. Hopefully heading up to the ski resorts to ski. I'm sure this is a big ski weekend as well. Very nice, very quiet weekend overall, other than the threat of some icy conditions tomorrow morning. And then Sunday as well, also going to be pretty quiet until we get to Sunday night. MLK Day looks a little tricky. We may see some snow and ice and some sleet out there throughout the day. So winter weather lovers, there's something in the forecast, and hopefully the ski resorts won't be impacted too much by the rain today, Jeff and Katie.
All right.
Yeah, and let me tell you something. I'm dying to hit the slopes.
Yeah, so many people are. And I just like the winter wonderland views out my window rather than the rain, right?
Yeah.
So,
and you know, this is what we want for January. We want to get like about 10 inches of snow right now.
I know.
And then maybe have the temperature right around freezing, like 32 degrees. That's a great day of skiing. When you get the 10 inches of snow and you're talking about single digits with the wind blowing, I'm not interested at all.
That's so true. Yeah. You want to be comfortable. You're kind of picky. You're a little picky, I think.
Oh man, I don't like the cold. Oh man, I can't.
Very specific.
Yeah. Well, then this has been Jeff's winter then, huh?
Yes, I know. It's so true.
A genter.
A genter, yeah.
Well, before we leave, I just wanted to kind of share with you a little tease for what's coming up next week on Good Day Maine. So I started this segment called Maine Makers, and it's basically highlighting local craft people who are doing crafts and art and making unique items, and obviously all Maine based. And so we are interviewing the woman behind this company, Nail It Art, Heather Kelly. Look at the products that she makes. So I actually met her at the makers at the point at Thompson's Point. Yeah. Right. So I was there a couple weeks ago, and I just thought her work was so beautiful. And so she's really creative, experimenting with this nail art and the art, the string art.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen those before.
No, but look at is that a wave? Cool? Yeah, look how pretty that is.
Yeah.
Wow, I love that.
It's pretty incredible. And it's all with reclaimed, repurposed wood as well. So we're actually doing that interview today. It's going to air next week. So this is just one, example of some of these stories. Just to find out, what inspires you? How did your business get started? What kind of products are you making? And it's all to kind of highlight the incredible businesses that we have in Maine. There are so many.
And you know what? And some of these businesses don't have a brick and mortar store.
Right.
And so they go to the trade shows, or they,
work out of their homes. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, I mean, look at this. I mean, a lot of you won't see some of these things around some of the stores. But
I know.
Is that what you're talking about with the string?
Yes.
God,
right. So that's
cool.
with string.
Yeah.
And then there's also, she's experimenting with like more metal pieces, which is really, really cool. I know, Christian, you were talking about how you wanted to get some decor for your house. Maybe some of these would be good.
Yeah, it does. They're beautiful, and I love the fact that they're crafted in Maine, and they're made here, which makes it even better. And they really are just amazing designs.
To have the story behind it too. So hopefully you guys will tune in next week for that. We'll obviously post on social media as well, but that's just something that we've been working on. We'll be doing those every other week. And if you have businesses and products that you think should be highlighted, feel free to send ideas along too.
And you know what's cool too is not only does she live here and she makes her products here, but she went to college here too. I'm just reading right here. She went to the Maine College of Art.
I know. Yeah, it's amazing. And I mean, why would you leave Maine? No. It's such a beautiful place.
I've lived here twice.
Yeah, you had to come back, right? Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. This was a lot of fun. It was our first Friday favorites for the three of us together. So we're gonna have
three wasn't a crowd.
Oh, I don't know. Kind of.
No, of course not.
That's why Christian had to go into the studio, right?
Yeah, and of course I'll have the forecast on Monday morning too, especially if we've got snow out there. So tune into Good Day Maine on Monday morning, and we'll have all those stories and, of course, the weather as well.
Yes, we'll all be there on Monday. So hopefully everybody tunes in. Well, thank you so much, guys, for hanging out with us. And feel free to continue commenting, and we'll check the comments and get back to you. But hopefully everyone has a great weekend.
Yeah, have a great weekend. And don't forget, I think people forget, Christian, I think people forget, right, that we're actually on the air at 4:30 in the morning. You can wake up early and watch us at 4:30 and get us out of the way.
There you go.
Yeah, right?
Exactly.
Until 6 or 7, right?
Yeah, just tune in at 4:30. Look, you got the forecast, and you're good to go for the day.
Yeah.
The rest of the day. There you
Awesome.
go.
Well, bye, everybody. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for watching Good Day Maine's Friday Favorites. Stay connected with Good Day Maine on air weekday mornings and online through these social channels.